This is the story of my journey across England, from the Irish Sea at St Bees to the North Sea at Robin Hood's Bay. Over nearly 200 miles, I walked through the ever-changing landscape of the Lake District, the Yorkshire Dales and the North Yorkshire Moors. Each step brought new challenges, quiet moments and unforgettable views. This isn't just a walk, it's a personal journey of discovery and endurance. Whether you're planning your own coast-to-coast adventure or just curious about what it's like to cross a country on foot, I invite you to join me one step at a time. This is my coast-to-coast walk.
Here we are at St Bees, making his way down to the beach to get St Dipper's Toe in the North Sea. About 5 o'clock Saturday evening. We're setting off in the morning, but we thought we'd come down, get a few pictures, find a stone before we head back to the hotel for an evening meal. There we go, got two, I'm going to carry them both, one to throw in at the other end and one I'm going to keep. You got one to take home, one to throw in when we get to the other end. Right. Go Dipper's Toes in. It is really windy, so I hope you can hear this. It's raining, it's windy. Just the weather you don't want before you set off. There we go. The Irish Sea. Dipping his toes in. And here we are at the start, day one of the coast to coast. And unlike last night, no rain, still a bit windy, but nowhere near as bad. It's just turning 8 o'clock. We've had breakfast in the hotel to put us on for the day, and hopefully we're going to head to Ennerdale Water and the youth hostel. Slightly further today than originally planned, but means a shorter day tomorrow. Nice start to the day. And there in the distance you can see the lighthouse that we're heading to. We go past the lighthouse along this coast piece, past the lighthouse, and then we head east and inland. Hope you can make it out there in the distance. Our first field of cows. And look at that view. Beautiful Cumbrian coast. So we dip down here, then back up, and then round the other side of the lighthouse, which is just disappearing behind the hill at the moment. What do you think to cows, Nigel?
Oh, it was lovely when I visited, but I was a young one. The Isle of Wight was beautiful. No, yeah, you're alright.
And here we are, we're coming round past there's the lighthouse, and then there's a little, not sure what, just on the end. another building, but if we go a little bit further on and then head east, we don't actually go up to the lighthouse just there. There's Nigel behind me, just getting used to long distance hiking. There we go. Weather is so much better than yesterday. It's forecast a bit of rain later on today, but it's nowhere near as windy either. So enjoying it while we can, but the rest of the week's supposed to be fine. Let's hope so. Now we've got Whitehaven in the distance, and we're just about now to start to head inland and say goodbye to the Irish Sea. Hopefully in about 13 days time we'll be able to see the North Sea and the other side of the country.
Back on cliff edge. You got it?
Yeah. There we go. And here we are, and this is where we start to head east and inward and onward.
Picturesque.
Yeah. It's nice on the feet. And we're inland now, heading east, coming down to go under the railway line. We're about 6 miles in.
6.5 miles, 7 miles.
And we're going steady, doing about 2.5 miles per hour. Here we go. The statue for Alfred Wainwright, the father of the coast to coast. We're about 8 miles in, so about halfway for today. We're going to have a sit down and a water break. Just take 5-10 minutes and relax. Seen a number of these weird metal pieces of art while we've been on this footpath near Moor Row and coast to coast walk. Well, our map and route said that we were to keep going straight on, but looks like we're going to the right. Another piece of the artwork. Looks quite good. And we've just stopped here, I think it's Heathrow, sorry, Moor Row, and someone's just come out and told us that 12 o'clock-ish doing free teas and coffees at this church, but we're wanting to get off. We've got a 10-minute break here, sat down, and we're going to head on, get to Cleator, and it'll be about lunchtime. The cloud is looking rather grey, unfortunately. Here we go. Recognise this as well from many a YouTube video. Coming up to Wainwright's Passage. No jokes, Nigel.
No, nothing there.
just coming into Cleator and sheltering in just outside the church. Rain's coming down at the moment. Not too heavy, but time to get the waterproofs out. So, unfortunately, it's still raining, but also we're on a detour. So you can't go over Dent at the moment because the woods that lead up to it are closed. The Forestry Commission is still working to clear it after a number of the trees fell in storms back in March. So we're on a detour, a lot of road walking. Means you can get the pace up a little, but it's pounding on your feet. Nigel's just coming up the hill now. But the rain now has been going for a good hour non-stop. Since we left Cleator, it's not stopped raining. It did lighten off a little, but yeah, still going. But yeah, we're on this detour. You skip Dent Hill, which is your first big hill of the walk, and unfortunately yeah, so you'll miss Dent Hill, but the views are rubbish. You can't see very far anyway. The clouds down, all you can see is mist. By the looks of it from the tops, you can't see the tops of the hills. So past. Yeah, so you're not missing the views from the top of Dent today. Would have been nice to go up on a clear day, but unfortunately not. We'd have been up there somewhere. All you can see is cloud. So yeah, we'll keep going. Not recording too much because it is raining, but Ennerdale Bridge is the next real stop that we're going to come to, and we might call in the pub for a drink. So we're back on the main footpath and we're on our way to Ennerdale Bridge now. Might be about another mile, something like that. Not too far. And we're going to stop for drinks. It's mid-afternoon, we're not doing too bad for time. But we are very wet at the moment. Yeah, keep stopping the rain, but it's still like a fine mist. It's like you're walking in cloud. So we've come up, round the diversion, and then through valley, and we're now up onto the road, and it looks, I think it's downhill all the way along this road to Ennerdale Bridge, and a break. I'm definitely getting a drink. Still raining, still can't see much. Lots of cows, lots of sheep, very little else. Can't see the lakes or anything at the moment. It's just low cloud, mist and rain. We made it to Ennerdale and we've stopped off at this community cafe and shop, grab a drink. It's called The Gather. It's just as you come into the village. Right, a few snacks, sit down. Could have gone in, but a bit wet, and yeah, but got a drink. Some Kendal mint cake and energy to last us for the rest of today. Got about another 2 hours walking to do, but it's mainly flat, so shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, still rain, low clouds, drizzle, miserable. And here we are, our first lake, Ennerdale Water. Seems like a long trek from where we just stopped for a drink, and yeah, it's definitely further than 1.5 miles that the sign said. But across there is the southern bank of the lake, which is quite popular but is quite treacherous as well. You have to scramble on places, quite rocky. People are over there. People do go that way to wild camp sometimes, but we're going to wimp out. We're going to take the easy footpath and go on the north side. So we're going to turn left, head north and round the lake. Just come across the bench, so we're just having 5 minutes, enjoying the view. There's Nigel. He's tired. We've done quite a way. Seem to have done more than what the map seemed to say we were going to be doing, but so far mine's showing as 18.73 miles. And I reckon we've got about another, yeah, about another 2 miles, maybe a little more. So we're going to have done about 21 miles by the end of today, according to OS Maps, which is a lot further than what the route map said. But it just means we've got less distance to do tomorrow. We can have a bit more of a relaxing day, and hopefully the weather won't be as bad. It has stopped raining, but as you can see it's still low cloud. Just hoping that it lifts overnight and we have a nice fresh start to the day. I'm hoping you can see this. We've just come off and up and round from the lake, and just to the side of the footpath, an abandoned car. Very old abandoned car in the middle of the woods. Really strange, but carrying on. Probably another 40-45 minutes walking, if that. Yeah, not too bad. So it's about 9 o'clock. I'm at Ennerdale YHA. Just turn around and see the valley behind me. Got here about just 6:30, maybe just a bit before. Managed to grab a shower, have something to eat. There's an Honesty kitchen, so I've been able to grab a couple of drinks. And just put my stuff in the drying room where it seems to be heating up, and hopefully my walking shoes will be dry for morning, but if not, it'll be back on with the waterproof socks. Day one, what's it been like? It's not raining now, but it must have rained for a good 6 hours, almost non-stop. It did change to drizzle at times, but some of the footpaths were streams rather than footpaths this afternoon, so didn't get to do as much recording as really wanted. But done just short of 23 miles to get here. Dent Hill showing as closed. Apparently some people did go that way, but there is a diversion in place, so it increased the mileage that we've had to do today. But it has been tough in the rain. But hopefully it's forecast to be nice tomorrow. We've only got about 10 miles to get across to Borrowdale. So I'll leave you for now. I'm going to go and have another drink, sit down, relax, and have an early night. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.